for especially like Tyler, your share basically is like, I feel so positive. I'm going around. People are starting to notice my positivity, and I think I want to share this more. I think it's such an authentic starting place for becoming a coach, really. So I'm excited to hear that, really. And Anna, did you have anything specific other than just like the first steps in business?
Well, really, it was Betta who reached out to me wanting to talk more about the marketing plan and what to do when people approach her about products. So those were like two of the main things that I wanted to go over. Okay,
great. So reaching out to like, wow, I see your results and I want to do whatever you're doing. Okay. So for that specifically, we have the two options. We have the 5-day, and then we have the 190 plan. And the 190 plan is the Formula One twice a day, cellulose, aloe, tea, and then they get the shaker cup and the sports bottle. Along with that, or if you want to do the 5-day challenge with them, if they want to try it out for 5 days. So as you two both go and start your journey, you're going to be co-coaching with Anna. And actually, since she leaves for Portugal in 4 days, you'll be co-coaching with me. So anytime you have like a 5-day, you guys both have numbers. I'll text you my numbers or box you my numbers. Any 5 days, any wellness profiles that you get to do. So you always do a wellness profile, no matter what, with people that are excited. You get them on the phone for 15 minutes with the intention of finding out what their goals are, what they're doing now as like eating, and then giving them feedback. And you'll be hearing me do it a couple times before you start to do them. All right. So did that answer your question, Anna? Yeah, go for it.
Can you give an example of somebody, what you would say if somebody approached and said, oh, I see you're looking amazing, Amanda, and what would you say to create that process of a wellness profile? Tell us, like the co-coaching, what does that conversation look like?
If someone comes up to me and says, wow, like you look amazing, what are you doing? I would say I'm on this amazing program. Do you have any health and fitness goals? Or let's jump on a 15-minute phone call. I can tell you everything that I'm doing and talk to you about that. So my goal is always getting them on the phone, getting a wellness profile set up.
I have a question real fast.
Yeah.
When you do that, would you mention Herbalife after you get on the call with them? Or would you start by saying, oh, like I'm doing a fitness program, and then lead into what exactly the program is on the call?
When I first started, yeah, I would say Herbalife. Now I'm branded all the time that people know exactly what I'm doing. What about you?
Yeah, and I think, Tyler, especially in the beginning, it's like, if somebody told me that, hey, you got epic results, what are you doing? I'm saying, you know what, I'm on this epic custom Herbalife nutrition plan. Like I can get you, on a wellness profile with my coach. It takes like 15 minutes, and you can see like what plan I'm on, and if there's one that'll work for you and your goals. That's what I start telling them. That's exactly what I said in the beginning when I first started.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to go over just some of the first steps that Joe and I did as new coaches 3 years ago. Joe made it to supervisor, and supervisor then was 5,000 volume points, not 4. Now it's 4. Joe made it in 5 weeks. He got to supervisor, and I made it in 6 weeks at 5,000 volume points. And we were talking today, kind of going over what we would say for first steps training. And we're like, how did we do that? And we realized it was through our results, and our circle of influence, or our COI. So we weren't doing invites or social media outreaches. Really, we posted our results and started talking to people that we knew already. So,
and just really, I didn't do my first invite until I hit World Team. That's how much my results and sharing it through social media, and when people would say something to me, just like invite them to a wellness profile, literally that carried me all the way to World Team, just continuing to get great results, being excited, and, you know, just introducing people to the community.
And what World Team is after supervisor, it's a step above that. It's where we are now. What are you saying? And I didn't do an invite until a year ago. When I went through my circle of influence, got to where we are today. They told me I was going to start doing invites, and I quit immediately and went on to the next thing. And then I realized that I wanted to come back, and now I do invites. So what we're trying to say is your circle of influence can get you very far at first. Okay? So number 1 is product result. So both you, Tyler, and Betty, and Hang, and Belle all have product results. I've seen them. All right? So then it's posting your product results on social media. What Joe and I did, at least, yeah, and I think Joe did it too because I just duplicated what he did, was I posted my results, and then with that post, I declared what was next for me. So I remember I posted my first one, and I was like, I'm not done. This is just the beginning for me. I'm going to have abs and whatever, right? And that really started the buzz. And then have you both watched, Betty and Tyler, have you both watched HOM, a Tuesday night HOM?
I don't know what that is.
I'm sorry, the client celebration call.
No. Wait, on what days?
It's on Tuesday at 5:30. Yeah.
I think I have. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I have been on that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So those would be your next steps. So obviously you've already watched that. So the product result, posting the product result, and declaring. All right, so that's going to start really getting people to reach out to you. You have anything to say about that? Okay. The other.
Is there any questions? Do you, Betty, Tyler, anybody? And this is an open forum, so perfect. Go ahead, Belle.
I mean, I've been following you guys on Tab on Boxer, and then you're constantly saying things that I have no idea what you're talking about. That's what I was looking up now, like SMOs, or I mean, I have no idea what these acronyms are for.
Okay.
So if you can go over that real quick, just like what you usually.
Yep. So SMO is a social media outreach. And what a social media outreach is messaging somebody on social media, inviting them to a wellness profile, inviting them down to work out, seeing what their goals are, anything that is comfortable for you.
Makes sense.
Or not comfortable.
Just go over all of them.
I2F is an invitation to freedom. And an invitation to freedom is inviting, again, somebody to a presentation, a workout, a wellness profile, inviting somebody. We call it I2F because we invite to freedom, mental, physical, financial freedom. And it's like face-to-face.
Okay.
Okay? Cool. All right, so any other questions? Okay. So the next thing is using, wearing, and talking. So use, wear, talk. You're going to hear it a lot. It's what everybody does. And it's pretty much the foundation for the business. So using the products, which everybody on this line does, having product results, right? Same thing. Wearing the brand. So I'm always, get some stuff branded where you know, if you're working out. Oh, Betty, I know you've got branded. Yeah. Or wearing your button. You guys are going to get, Tyler, you're going to get in your package. And Betty, you've already gotten it. The button that says lose weight now, ask me how, or I've lost or gained this amount of weight. And then talking to people. So the I2Fs, talking to people on social media, and your circle of influence. So go for it.
And so to just kind of take it back to the beginning, because this can be, in the beginning, it's a different level of information to kind of go through. So I think it's really important as you start in your first steps to decide where do you want to go. And so you've been on the HOM call, so you've had a chance to hear from, you know, and you are right now in that position where you two have got epic results. You saw what the bigger vision can be, from an extra $100 to ultimately, you know, some of the top health coaches are making well over $20,000 plus career level, executive and beyond income. So I think the first thing is really decide where you want to go. And then it'll start to make even more sense when you hear these different things: social media outreach, invitation of freedom. You hear these different level acronyms, because that relates to how fast you'll get to your level. And so right now, I think it's very important in the beginning, focus on getting your results like never before. Like Betty, that waking up every morning and you're going to, that is such a huge result. Share that. So really share everything with your journey. Like, hey, I'm up at 5, you know, working out in the morning. I did it 5 days. I'm fired up to be consistent. I'm excited about these new results that's coming. So really starting to share your journey in every step, because everyone's social media or your circle of influence, they know you in a certain way. So, you know, with everything, as soon as you post something out the norm, people start commenting on there. Get a new job, get a boyfriend, get a girlfriend, man, you're going to have 500. You like, I didn't even think I had that many friends, right? And so there's definitely people watching you. And so really just starting to communicate as you're creating your result. And just sharing in social media, because right now, like Amanda said, that's going to carry you so far. You have so many people in your life, and think about how you started the business, how your coach inspired you. There's a ton of people watching you the same way. And so I just wanted to reiterate. And so Amanda's going to go into some other way that you can really get people excited about your journey. And just know that the focus right now in the very beginning is getting epic results each and every day, and document that your journey on social media. So I don't even have a Snapchat yet, and I'm like, every morning I wake up like, I gotta start using Snapchat, because it's Amanda like snaps everything, and apparently people watch her movies.
They all do.
Including you guys. I'm sorry.
So exactly, and when people like your post about fitness, and you haven't reached out to them on social media, that's a really great way. So someone likes your before and after picture, all the likes, message them. Thank you so much for liking my photo. I really appreciate the support on my healthy active lifestyle journey. Do you have any health and fitness goals? Okay. So what I would do for you guys, for any new people that jump on, is write a list of 20 people that you know. 20 people that would benefit from this community. So anywhere from your mailman to your friends and family, maybe an old enemy. I've done that before, got them on a program, right? So everybody that you know, a lot of times we think about just our family and friends, but you know a lot more people. And then also, who do they know? Right? So they get on a 5-day, and you can say, do you have, people see the best results when they're doing it with a group around them. So do you have any other people that you would want to do this with to hold you accountable? Okay, so you then have their circle of influence. So who do you know and who do they know? Okay. And then also for you guys, for people that are new, look around at your website. your website is, and then also the pamphlets, the packets that you got in your member training. Joe and I waited a while to read those, and then after we read them about a year later from when we first started, we're like, this is gold. This is all you need are these 3 booklets. So read the booklets that come in your member pack. They're really valuable. And then also, explore your website. Look around at the products that they have. Try a new product. Get another, do an enhancer or just add something new to your product list so you really get to know the products. And then also there's videos on there. There's so much on there that you can play around with and really go and explore. And if you have any questions, we're obviously always here for you. So as a coach, you guys, we live fit, we inspire others, and we make money. That's what we do as health coaches. And in this community, we are creating a movement. So no matter where you are, BAM 24 Fit, we're taking over this world. Like everywhere. So we are holding for this movement of love, for transformation, and bringing people into the positivity. I mean, Tyler, you said it best today. It's finding that positivity, that love, going and spreading it. And you don't even have to say anything because you're living the lifestyle. People are going to start asking you, why are you so positive? How are you so positive? Where is that energy coming from? And then we simply, our jobs is to show them the opportunities that they have. So they can get on a program. There's a business opportunity. And these are my results, and you're welcome to them. So are there any questions on that? So
Betta just texted me, how does one start making money?
Okay, great. So really quickly.
Can you quote?
Yeah, you want to do that as I just go through really quickly. So, okay, so you have your website. It's 25% off that you have, right? So someone's going to come to you, right? Say you're going to have a wellness profile with them. They're going to jump right onto a full program. Woo! Right? So they come to you. We're going to use $100 just for the sake of math right now. Okay? So they say, I want to get on a full program. These are my flavors. Here's $100. Here's $100. All right? So Joe's going to go back to his website, and he's going to order the full program with his credit card or debit card or PayPal card. Okay? So they're going to put in their order. Joe's going to put in my order, and it's $75, right? Because it's 25% off. So the $25 then goes into his pocket. Are there any questions there? I can't see you, so say.
No, I got it.
Okay. So then as you go up the marketing plan, Joe is finding the marketing plan really quickly for you guys right now. The first thing that you guys are going to be able to hit is 500 volume points in 1 month. Okay, so that's the first goal. So when you hit a volume point is $1, an Herbalife dollar. Since we're in 94 countries, we use volume point instead of $1. All right, so the first step is 500 volume points in 1 month, and you give yourself a 10% raise, and you're at 35%. So 35% now, you're going to do the same work. So now Susie comes up to you. Joe, I want a program. Okay, so I'm going to give him the $100 again, right? He's doing the same work. Here's $100 for my $100 program. He's going to go on his website. He's going to order it. Now he's at 35%. savings or profit, right? So now he puts it in and it's only $65 and he gets $35 in his pocket. Let me see them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you're basically just charging them still kind of like the retail price that's on like the Herbalife page, not what like the discount you would be getting?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So with our programs, and I'll put both of you guys into the members thread, we have the wellness profile and the programs that we offer, because the 190 plan is it's custom. So it's always 190 no matter what. So as you move up the marketing plan, you get retail money immediately in your pocket.
And so great question, Betty. So the total price you get to add up when you let them know what the cost is going to be for whatever they're purchasing is the retail price plus the shipping and the handling and taxes. And so you add that all in together, and then that's their retail price. And it's really a key, and everyone knows it on here, making sure that you are the only one who use your credit card or whatever the terms of purchasing your Herbalife products on your site, because it'll only be charged a discount. So I've had coaches that are like, great, my mom wants to order, I put credit card in, like, where's my profit at? How do I get it? I'm like, well, you didn't watch the video, so your mom just got a discount. Now you get to explain next time why her price went up, or whoever it may be. So just making sure they give you the cash, or they PayPal you, or they Venmo you. And
First.
First, before you order anything, always first. And I always say cash equals commitment. So as soon as I get the cash, then I know they're committed. And then you go back and purchase their products for them. So that's just a key that want to make sure that you're getting all of your retail in the beginning.
So Betty, you have people that want product right now, right?
Yeah, I just have a lot of people that are curious as to like what I do, and kind of laid it out to them, kind of my plan, but not specific or anything. They're just interested, not 100% committed, but they're super interested in product.
So based off of what we just said now, what would you do next with them?
Probably approach them and ask them if they have any real like nutrition or fitness goals, and see if I could help them figure that out, and then get them on a 15-minute call with you or Anna.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing, and what's awesome and great answer, Betty, is when I started in the community, my mentor was like, look, all you got to do is bring them to me. So how did I get to supervise so fast? I'm like, clear your schedule from 1 to 3. And I would tell people, whoever hit me up, like wanted to know between 1 and 3, I was calling my mentor, like, so it'd be back to back to back. She was like, I will do all the work while you listen, while you learn. And we moved so fast that quickly I was doing them on my own. But I mean, it was like within an hour, I was like, okay, I posted my photo, 100 likes, here's 4 people, this is our time slot. And I just kept dishing. And so it's so awesome about, as you start to make an impact and build, there's going to always be Anna, Amanda, all of the leaders in our community who will be one step ahead, who you can always reach out to for support. So right now it's like, you want to know what I'm doing? When you got 15 minutes, I'm gonna get you on with my coach. We'll get it figured out for you.
You have goals? Great. Let's get on a 15-minute phone call.
Yeah. You think you kind of serious? Perfect. Like, let's get on. The only commitment you need to know is that they're committed enough to get on the call. Now, if they're not committed enough to get on the call, I'll be here. You'll be watching me. Come to me when you're ready.
And I know one of the biggest things is this business, you learn a lot about people, right? And you learn very fast that people will say they want something, but if they're not going to get on the call with you, right? If they're not going to give you the $20 for the 5-day, right? That they don't want it. And they will. And you just say, no problem. Everything is no problem. I'll be here when you're ready. Okay? Anything else?
And I think it's in the beginning, this is something that, especially Anna, like all of our newer coaches, Hang, Bale, really everyone of our younger coaches in the community. One thing you'll notice, and I always use the mindset of thinking about the impact you're making within the community with your nutrition and inspiring people. Always relate it back to a possibility is like a store. So the same way, because a lot of stuff I'm coming up, you're gonna be like, why are all these people, they hit me up and nobody, they talk about it, but they're not really serious. And always, I'll just think about it like a Nike store. How many people go in there and look at a pair of Nikes and you see the store full and the register be 3 people, right? And so it's just like that too with health and fitness. Like you'll see a lot of people who reach out to you, want to know what you're doing, and over time they'll be ready. So just know in the beginning you'll have a lot more conversations up front, and then in the beginning it'll switch. Well, you'll start getting great results, and then you'll have a friend who's getting great results, which I think you've done, Betty, who's like, hey, my friend wants to get in great shape too, and they start to bring you people. And so it'll start to switch over time, but in the beginning you'll talk to a lot more people than who may necessarily be ready yet, but those people will come over time, and it just gives you peace of mind when you're experiencing the great human in this rare form. What? That's how I feel. After 3 years.
All right, guys. So action steps. So it's very clear when you get off this phone how to start making money immediately in the first 72 hours that you guys become a member. Okay, especially where you guys are at with your results. Okay, post your result photo. Reach out to the likes and comments to see if they want to jump on a wellness profile, okay, with myself or Anna if it's in the next 4 days. Because you guys can still get to senior consultant this month. Easy. Make a list of 20 people that you know and can think of that would benefit from this community. Always with the goal and intention to get on a wellness profile. Good. Do you have any questions?
I think the last thing I'm going to do connecting first before they post it so they can have support on what the message.
Got it. So also on your photos, you guys have the disclaimer on. If you don't have the disclaimer, Anna can send it to you. Bella, I can send it to you. I think you have it already. And then go to work. And working is reaching out to likes, reaching out to people that you think would benefit from the community, inviting them on a call and on the Sunday call as well. Okay? We are here to support you guys 100%. Okay. Really quickly to connect with the first time post, it's like, hey guys, like this, whether it's hard for you or not. Well, I did like, this is super hard for me to post this. Here are my before and after pictures. I'm really proud of myself. And with my coach Anna, right, or Coach Amanda, whoever, tag them. And then say, I know I'm going to get my next declaration, right? And you can say it's up to you who's with me. Or, people will come to you no matter what.
I just want to say really fast for Tyler and Betta too, like, even though I'm going to be in Portugal, I'm still going to be available as I can be. I don't want you to think that you can't come to me, because I'm definitely not on vacation and just giving up on you guys. So I just wanted to say that.
She gonna be kicking back. Just kidding. Yeah. And then if she's not available, I am. Okay. Julie, did you want to add anything for your first steps that we didn't say?
No, I think you guys covered it all. Just always inviting and talking, and it really, for me, it was becoming comfortable with talking about what I'm doing. People ask all the time, and when now as Amanda, I'm always branded. Even I either have my button on or I have something that has Herbalife on it. So, and when I do my social media outreaches, my profile's public, so they'll go through and I'll get a message, I'll get a reply. Is this about Herbalife? And it really, I've become so in love with Herbalife that I'm like, yes, you know what it is? Let me tell you more about it. When can you get on a call? And that's been working for me. And so that's what I shifted into. The only thing I think kind of stood out a little bit was to put a disclaimer regardless of how old the before picture is. For me, I started my weight loss journey before Herbalife, but I still put a disclaimer when I put it because of my results from now are with Herbalife. And because I'm Herbalife, people are going to think Herbalife no matter what. So if I don't disclaim it, then even if I didn't lose the initial 10 pounds with Herbalife, it doesn't matter because you're still Herbalife and your present results are Herbalife. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Julie. And Betty, Hank, Belle, Tyler, Frank, what I would do is reach out to your upline, your sponsor, your coach, and tell them what you want. You know, what do you want to do? How fast do you want to go? Or, you know, and any as slow or fast or whatever pace that you guys want to go is absolutely perfect. So definitely say like, I want senior consultant next month or this month or today, or I want supervisor, which is 4,000 volume points in 1 year this month. I want to help this many people. And just to get an idea, senior consultant is 3 to 4 clients plus your products. So Joe is going to share. Can you see the marketing plan?
Can everyone see that?
I'm on my phone. It's a little tiny. I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit.
Well, we can see it. It's just everything's a little bit blurry, but.
Okay, let me see if I get another one for you.
So the marketing plan is available for you guys on myherbalife.com. So 500 volume points, which is 3 to 4 people in 1 calendar month, will get you to 35%. Okay? Julie has it. So qualified producer, which is 42%, is 2,500 volume points in 1 to 3 consecutive months. Okay, so 2,500, so that's 10 to 11 clients or consumers plus your stuff. And then supervisor is 4,000 volume points in 1 calendar year, and that's 50%. So you get 50% off a 190 plan in your pocket, right? And that's in 1 calendar year. So whatever it is that you guys want, what you want to create, if you want to be, you know, like Laura and Heather and the people that you've seen on the calls, that's available to you guys. Let's go. We're here to support you in whatever your goals are. So get your goals in ASAP to your coaches so that we are clear on how to support you and where you're going.
You want to explain a couple different levels of the income?
So there's, so really quickly, there's retail profit. That's the $100, right? That's in your pocket. Then as you grow as an organization, right? So there's going to be members like Anna that are like, I'm so excited and people are asking me and I want to be a coach, like what you guys are doing, right? So then they sign up under you, and this is what's called wholesale profit. Okay, so Herbalife always pays out 50%. So what happens to the other 25% when you guys are members? Does that make sense? Okay, so the other 25% goes, you get as a check, right? So you sign up somebody under you, they're at 25%. The other 25% of what they sold goes to you in a check. That's wholesale profit.
An example, like let's say for instance, and let's take Anna and Betty right now, just as a quick example. So Betty signs up, super fired up. You get your first client, and let's just say it's the $100 plan. and you purchase their products and you put the 25 in your pocket, Herbalife has took their 50% and they're paying out the 50% back out into the coaches. So then you have your 25% from your discount, your retail, and now they're like, okay, we have another 25. So they bottle that up in a check on the 15th, and that's going to Anna.
And the checks are never late.
And so what happens is, as you grow, once you hit senior consultant and you have a member underneath you, you start to be in a position to get your first set of checks then. So when you move up to senior consultant, you hit that. As you have excited clients and customers that become members, then Herbalife pays out the difference between your 35% and their 25%, which is that 10% margin. So now they're bottling up a check and they're already starting to send it to you. So already you have two different streams of income you're getting, and all you're doing is the same thing you did for the first one. And that's what's so awesome about Herbalife is now I'm making well over, $1,000 a month residual, and that's coming from me doing the same thing on a daily basis. The same thing I did to get my very first client, I'm still doing now, and Herbalife sends me a check well over $1,000 a month. And they would send me that now if I didn't do anything. So it's awesome. And then when you add in wholesale and a different thing that Amanda's going to talk about, it gets to start being kind of fun.
So it does get really fun. So the cool thing about this, you guys, is you can do this with as many people as you want. You can go as wide and as deep as you want, right? So you get an excited person, they get an excited person, they get an excited person, and that's all coming back to you. So it's building the team, and you can do that as many times. You can get as many clients as you want. You can get as many members as you want as your check builds with retail and wholesale, okay? So retail is cash in your hand, immediate, right? Mark Hughes, the founder of our company, always said you can retail your way out of anything, right? It's like, oh, you have this bill? Go retail. Wholesale, you guys, is when you start to build a team, and that's the check on the 15th. Okay, so now what happens, Anna's my coach, right? She's already at 50%. So now what? Herbalife still gives me a check, and this is where the residual, the royalty comes. The residual income where I make 3% off of everything Anna does. All right, so this is where it's residual income. Anna is a leader of her, I talk to her clients, obviously, you guys are my family, but Anna she does all her own thing. So I'm making money off of what Anna's doing. And I don't do any work. I do work, obviously. So that's residual. So retail is fun, right? Wholesale is the check in the mail on the 15th, and then residual, you guys, is king. That's that making money while you sleep money. That's where the checks start becoming $20,000, $30,000 as you build your residual check. Okay. There's also bonuses, and it gets really crazy. They do a year where they give 1% of the company away, which the company's want $8.6 billion. So you can imagine it's like, I think it was like $700 million in one night that they gave away to the president's team. And then there's also vacations where you've been hearing about Vegas, you've been hearing about Disney World, where you basically are doing, again, you're doing the same thing, and now they're going to send you on a vacation. The president's team calls it paycation, because you get paid to go on vacation. And then, am I missing one?
Well, I think just the level of when it gets supervised, the royalty. So not only did Amanda get, and it goes a little, this is where it gets really exciting, where I got fired up about it. I didn't even understand it. And you will understand it more if right now it's like, what is this? What is this? It sounds kind of crazy. I didn't fully understand it. So I had actually heard it probably like 6 or 7 times and really looked at it. And then it was like, okay, it started to all make sense. And then when I started getting the checks, and it kind of happened a little faster because Amanda moved so fast behind me. But so what happens is, just like Amanda said, once you hit supervisor, and this is what I got fired up about, is because, yes, Amanda's my second line. So once she hit supervisor, Herbalife started to pay me 3%, like she said, of everything she did. So let's say for every $1,000 of volume, and as Amanda said, it's called a volume point. They're giving me 3% back, which is $30. But what happens is they do that 3 lines deep. So now everything Amanda did, everything Courtney did, and everything Jenna does, which is 3 lines underneath, or 2 other lines underneath Amanda, I get 3% of that. And not only is it 3 lines deep, but it's forever across. So as many people as you inspire and who get a great result and who's fired up to share their results with people, for infinity across, you're going to get 3 lines deep. And then as you continue to go up the marketing plan, it gets really crazy. But let's just say at the very top, you're going to be getting over 11% off of your whole organization, which
Infinity.
Yeah, infinity. And when you talk about a president's team, their organization is at the minimum 200,000 volume points in 1 month. So you think 11% of that for infinity, it starts to get, it changes your life, and it allows you to design your life. Let's put it that way. So it'll start to make sense if these numbers are like, whoa, okay, I really want to understand this. I really want to know, how do I make an extra $500 a month so I don't have a car note? How do I make extra $1,000 a month so I don't have to worry about rent anymore? Go on myherbalife.com, and they have a step-by-step awesome video that will explain it, and it'll really allow you to digest it. And in the process, just continue to share your results, because as soon as you take it to Herbalife, they figure out they have a system that makes it work, and the check is always on time. It's awesome.
Always.
Let me tell you, my job, I have to guess if it's going to be on time. But Herbalife is always, so I love that. But get on myherbalife.com so you can learn it in depth. But at the end of the day, just have fun, keep getting your result, and it'll all make sense as your community grows.
Yeah. You guys can grow and move as fast as you want, as fast as you guys want. And the good news is you're your own boss. Bad news is you're your own boss. And we're here to support you guys with that. I'll never forget when they said that on stage, because it's like, oh, I have all this freedom. It's like, oh my God, I have all this freedom. But yeah, and like I said before, we are here for you. We are excited for you guys. This movement is so life-changing, and we're taking it over. So do you guys have any other last questions? I think we covered it all. And like Joe said, as you move up the marketing plan, it starts to make more sense, right? I had to hear it 7 times, 8 times. Math and I equals, like I said to Belle today, equals needs improvement. So I had to hear it a bunch of times, but now it finally makes sense to me, and I know I'm going to learn more as I get further along. All right.
I do have one question. How do we find out more about, like, you keep talking about Vegas? Like, is that something that's on myherbalife.com?
Vegas is our organization's promo. So we're under the Addy orgs. We're in the Addy orgs, which it's Jill and Mark Addy, and they do their own promotions, team promotions. So I will put that in the, is it in the member? It's in the member page, all the qualifications. So you guys can all still qualify for Vegas. And what it will take is getting to supervisor this month or next month, and then hitting 3K the following month. Okay, which that's exactly what Joe and I did.
So it's super possible if that's something. So go to the members page. If you're not in there yet, you will be added in there. When you become a member, it has all the details. And the biggest thing is, if it's something you want to go for, just connect with whoever your coach is, which is obviously Amanda for you, Belle, and you'll be able to map out how you get there to the T, where you know exactly how many people you get to talk to on a daily basis. And that's what's awesome about Herbalife. Whatever you want to do is so systematic, because it's been around and the leadership is so awesome. Whatever number you want, you can get it down to, I have to wake up tomorrow and talk to 10 different people for the next whatever amount of days to get exactly what I want to go, which is this number at this time. It's to that level of formula to know exactly how you want to design your life, how many people you want to help, It's amazing. So get with the person, whatever your number is, whether it's $100 or $10,000. Literally, you'll know how many people you get to talk to, and this is the time frame you'll do it in.
Anna, can you add Betty and Tyler onto the member thread?
I just did.
Perfect. There you go. You guys are on it now, so that's all the qualifications are on that. And yeah, and if, obviously we're available to you guys if you have any other questions. All right,
I
Tyler.
have a question real fast.
Yeah.
You guys have any like confidence booster tips to go out in public and really talk to people? Just from somebody who gets a little bit of anxiety doing that kind of stuff.
So I would say there's a couple of different things. So me, I do every day. This is a personal development book. I do just like a self meditation on that. It's like 5 minutes. I do it every day. That's a long-term thing. But in the very beginning, if you're like, hey, tomorrow I want to wake up and start talking to people, take small steps. And so if you have anxiety with sharing, with talking with people, we can definitely go through training and hop on and talk about different things to say. But tomorrow, wake up and just set a number. 5 people tomorrow I'm just going to stop and say hi to. When I'm in the office, when I'm at work, I'm just going to stop and actually say hi. And then you could take small steps to get there. I know that's something that Anna's worked through and is like out blasting it now. And Tyler, you remember when we went to, when we came down for the run, that was some conversation we were having with Anna at the time. And so it doesn't need to be, most of us did not go from, all right, we love Herbalife, we talking to everybody. Amanda was like, no, we got to talk to people. I'll see you guys next year.
Peace.
I was like, where my girlfriend goes? She's like, nah. Right. And so it's definitely something we've all got to work through. And there's some people who are, extroverts and they're just out talking to everybody and that's not their growth point. But for me, I was very introverted for a long time. So yeah, it was small steps, just saying hi, giving them a compliment. And from there, I started to create conversations to the point now, like we went out today and it's like the race to talk to the most people. We make it really fun. But for in the beginning, just take small steps. And for a long-term thing, I have a great book I'll send to you, Tyler. That's called Psycho Cybernetics. That is epic for getting out of your comfort zone. And I'll send that over to you.
This guy tapped and talked to us at Trader Joe's, and it was like a draw. It was like draw your weapons with our flyers. We were like, but yeah, like Joe says, it does take. And I'm sorry, you had.
That's okay. No, it's fine. I just have a tip that I've like noticed, and yeah, it's definitely hard when you first start. And I'm a super outgoing person, so it was even hard for me. But one thing that I like to do is like start a conversation that I would already start with that person. So for example, like I went to Target and I saw a lady with a cute baby and I was like, oh my God, your baby is so cute. Like and everyone knows I love babies. So I was like, oh my God, I love your baby. Like, how old is your baby? Like just talking about the baby. And then I noticed like, oh, she was in fitness clothes. So I was like, oh, do you have any health or fitness goals? So you can kind of notice too. And like the thing that I've realized with like kind of getting over the fear is like, people will be like nice. Like most people aren't going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. Like I did one today and the lady's like, oh, well, I work 80 hours a week. And then you just say, okay, like, and then move on. It's not like they're going to be like, you're a horrible person. Why are you talking to me? Except for the one bad experience that I had. But that was a long time ago and I've only had one, and everyone else just kind of gets over it. And if they don't want it, they're not going to, pursue the conversation, but they're not usually going to be mean, because they know that takes courage, I'm sure, for you to like reach out to them. So I think that most people are really nice about it, even if it's not for them.
Yeah. Also, I was saying to Joe, I just keep getting bolder and bolder, Tyler. So I first started where I quit. They were like, invite strangers. I was like, okay, bye. And I went and started a new career. And then I was like, okay, I get to go back because I love it. And then I started with flyers where I wouldn't talk to anybody. I'd literally hand them a flyer and run away, right? And then I started getting more bold and more bold and more bold. And now I'm like, the things that I was doing today, I was like knocking on people's windows on their car doors, talking to them about working out with me, stopping at like a exit for a parking lot and being there, handing them out flyers. So you do get bolder and bolder. So confidence is practice, right? And being willing to be bad at it at first. Or, in, you know, like saying like some of the things that I've said, I'm like, what? Like, what, Joe, I just said this. Like, what? But it gets better and you get more bold and it gets, you know, as you practice, just like riding a bike.
And Tyler, I think that's a great point Amanda made, and it's really for everybody. Start with wherever you're comfortable. So I started initially when I very first started, after I got outside of social media, I just did flyers. They was easy for me. I could get up, you know, I went and bought me some rollerblades so I could just skate down the streets in the morning when all the cars are parked before work and just quickly flyer all the cars. Like, I'm trying to be innovative, be like the flyer machine, and Amanda knows. And that was something that was comfortable for me. And then I got to the point where it was like somebody be getting in their car, and at first I'd be skating, they get in their car, and I'd just go right around. I'm like, oh, woo, you gonna get a flyer today.
Or like, not look at them. Like,
yeah, like, I'm not doing anything, you know. And then it got to the point where I just hand them one. And I still love flyering to this point. I love it. But now if I'm flying, I'm sitting out, you know, having a conversation, but it really started with what I was comfortable with. It may just be social media. It may be, you know, business cards. It may be whatever it is, just start there and do that. And over time, it'll continue to grow. Like Amanda said, you'll get more comfortable and start doing more things. But start with where you're comfortable.
and you're not alone either. There's still president's team members that are uncomfortable with running up to people. It's, you know, I saw someone say, dude, anyway. Yeah.
Who said that?
Belle said.
Book. I was recommending the book.
Oh, no, I wanted to hear a story. I wanted to hear a story. Did you have like an instance where maybe you were afraid or nervous, and it's just activity. It's not fear. It's not activity.
You know, I feel like I spend so much time at work, and so I have to do it at work. And for me, like, my biggest fear is people that already have heard, and they're like, oh gosh, you're gonna be one of those people. But I've come to realize that most people don't really have an idea. And so, like, I just wear my you guys know I wear my Honda uniform. I can't wear the button, but I'll carry my bag with me and I'll have the button on the bag, and people will be like, so what is that thing? And I mean, yesterday, and for me, the hard part for me is because I didn't have to lose weight, and I have, you know, weight loss isn't my goal. And I know that Herbalife is more than weight loss, but that's what it's known for most. And like, even when you sit at STS or these things, it's what we mostly talk about. Or like, I even had one girl, when I posted my results, I messaged her on Facebook, and she responded back, and she seemed interested. And then she kind of came back at me with like, yeah, but you were thin anyway. So like who was I to like mention anything to her? And I didn't know where to go from there. But for me, like, I just keep saying it, like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You know, they're either going to turn away or they're going to come back to me. I'm not going to get hurt, and I'm not going to take anything personal. And then for me also to, you know, where my limit is, because I don't want to make my coworkers uncomfortable. I just kind of feel them out. I start talking about it, and there's people that seem really interested. And after work, like after we leave, I'll text them like, hey, if you were serious, like, just text me your address, and you know, I'll mail it out to you or whatever. I sold body washes this week because I don't know, that's like what you know, they don't want to hear about the weight loss, but they'll like, the girls perked up real quick when I started talking about skincare. And I was like, yeah, girl, I'm on the 7-day trial now. I use Sky's picture like nobody's business about that back knee, and this girl was like, oh my god, I need that, and she bought 2 body washes from me yesterday. I mean, I've only been able to sell 1 full plan, and that's, for me, that's the hard part. Like, how do I get someone to get on a full plan, especially when I myself haven't been through that journey? I don't know what it's like to want to lose 40 pounds, you know? And it feels really weird to feel bad to not know that, because most people are like, oh, you know, you should feel so blessed. I'm like, I kind of wish I knew that journey so that I can better help someone with that. All I have is that I've seen the results, and I've seen the people that are doing it. Like, even Carla, you know, she works with me, and she took that risk, and she was my first person the only person I have on a full plan. And she just trusts me. You know, I tell her things and she just does it. And I'm really grateful that she did that, because otherwise I probably would have lost hope really, really fast. This is my first month in it. But yeah, sometimes I still don't, like what Amanda said earlier to me, is something about you can say the wrong thing to the right people. That's probably true, because I mean, at this point, I don't really know what I'm saying half the time, or I'll start something and then I have to like go to Amanda like, what do I say now? I don't know.
And that's such a, I mean, thank you so much, Belle, for that share. And I think that's great sharing here with Tyler because he's a fellow gangster. And something to relate, and we're going to wrap this call up for anyone who wants to in a second, for whoever gets to go. But something to always remember in all of our journeys, because I've lost the weight and I've been a gangster, is to really, when you're out and you're inviting people to get in the best shape of their life, their struggles to do both. So whether it's people may say you don't know the struggle to want to lose 40 pounds, but I do know the struggle to want to put on 10 pounds of muscle, or to want to put on 5 pounds, or to want to have more energy, and needing to change my lifestyle and my mindset to get there, which is exactly what you get to do to get to your result. Different results, the same thing has to happen, a lifestyle change and a mindset. And it just happens yours is to lean out, mine is to have more energy or to be more consistent with snacks or whatever it is. But it's still the same. And so it's just an easy way to relate the experience, even though they're going to different goals, but it's still the same human experience. And I think that's great, Belle, that you share that. Just being natural, putting it on your back, being out there. You got results. Like, if you're natural and enjoying life, like Anna said, I'm very direct. I, unfortunately, am not good at small talk at all. So if I go start, like, it's just not going to work for me. So I'm like, you're in health and fitness? Nah. All right. You want to be? Yeah. Sweet. We're awesome. Come with us. And that's because, I mean, and that's for me. And I used to have a lot of trouble the other way, but I know there's a lot of coaches who are really great with starting awesome, authentic conversations. And, that's just different from Joe's kind of a bullhead. So, but whatever it is for you, just be who you are, because what they're going to be attracted to is you being the best version of yourself. It won't matter what you said. I got invited down to work out because some girl walked by and said, you should have this button. And it was the right thing because I'm competitive and was like, I could earn that button. What is it? I didn't even know what it was for. It could have been jumping off buildings and I would not have done that, but I was going to go for it. And so just be authentic, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person ever. And
Yeah. And as we wrap it up, just know that we have the best products in the world.
The world, Craig. The world.
We have the best products in the world, whether you want to gain weight, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want energy, whether you want positivity, whether you want heart health, skincare, everything, you guys. We have an entire wing at UCLA dedicated to our product. We have what's the prize? Nobel Prize winners on our staff, you guys. And you're going to hear a lot about this extravaganza that you guys are all going to. If you don't have your ticket, get your ticket. And your confidence is going to build in this thing. It's like I've never experienced having to gain weight ever in my life. But I know that if you want to gain weight, these are the products. If you want to lose weight, these are the products. You want more energy? I got that too, right? And that confidence comes with using, right? And having people around you like, Belle, you've never lost weight, but girl, I could tell you all the stories, right? So that's it, you guys. If you have any other questions, reach out to us. We are here. And this is recorded, so we'll post this on the member thread. Sound good? All right. Love you guys all, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Bye.